What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today I got a quick video for you guys. Wanted to talk about one of the potential more underrated players in this year's 2022 NBA draft in Baylor Schierman. Wanted to talk about Baylor Schierman because he recently just declared for the draft but has decided to keep his college eligibility open or have that option to come back to school. He just wants to get some feedback on his game, see how he stacks up in this year's draft class, and see if maybe he should keep his name in the draft. And so wanted to talk about him because I really like his game. He's really underrated in my opinion, and I think he's someone who could be a sneaky good prospect in this year's draft class. He's got a lot of skills that translates to today's NBA. He's got a lot of game to him. And so just want to talk about him, give my feedback on him, hear your guys' thoughts on him as well. So make sure you leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And with that being said, let's get into the video. So Baylor Schierman is a 6'6" guard, kind of slash forward out of South Dakota State. You've probably at least heard of South Dakota State. They've been a great mid-major program here for a while now. They were a really popular pick this year in the NCAA tournament to beat Providence. Now, they didn't play that good in that game and lost, but like I said, they've been a great mid-major program for a while now, and they've had some really good players at the collegiate level flow through there, kind of starting with Nate Walters, who had a little stint in the NBA, and then you had Mike Daum, and now you've got Baylor Schierman and his teammate Douglas Wilson, who have been really good players. But I think the guy that has probably the most NBA potential out of that group is Baylor Schierman. He's just got a lot to his game. He's got a lot of skill. He can really shoot the ball, and I really like his game. But I think the thing that really stands out to me and that I really like about him, and it's nothing skill set wise, it's just the confidence that he plays with. It seems like whenever he steps out onto the floor, he knows or thinks to himself or tells himself that he's the best player on the floor, no matter if they're playing another Summit League team or they're playing a Power 5 type school. He has kind of that sort of confidence. He has got that swagger to him, and I think it's really evident with how he plays. He just plays really confident, really just fluid, and he does his thing. I don't think he lets anyone kind of speed him up or get to him. He just kind of does his thing, and I really like that. I really respect that about him. Now, in terms of skill set or what he can bring to the game, his biggest strength is his ability to shoot the ball, and he's someone who has gotten a lot better at that throughout his time in college. His freshman year, he really struggled from three, only shot the ball at about 25%, which is really bad, I guess. But the great thing about it is he's gotten better each year in college, and he's become actually a great three-point shooter. It's probably the biggest strength in terms of his game. He shot the ball his sophomore year at 43% from three. In this last year, he got all the way up to 47%. And these aren't just kind of catch and shoot threes where he's got all types of time to sit still and just knock them down. He's doing it in all sorts of fashion, whether it is catch and shoot, whether it's running off of pin downs, step back threes, off the dribble threes. You kind of name it, and he's got it in his bag. And like I said, he's a deadly shooter, and I think that's going to be his biggest calling card when it comes to the NBA, is if he's someone who can come in and shoot 40+% from three, kind of combined with the size that he has. I think that's a really deadly combo, and I think he could find himself a nice spot in that role. I think kind of the other big strength to Baylor's game that I didn't even realize he was so good at was rebounding the ball. He rebounds the ball for a guard at kind of a staggering level. He last year almost averaged 10 rebounds a game, which is crazy for a guard. Now in his junior year, he kind of took a step back, only, in quotes, only averaged 8 rebounds a game. But for a guard to be pulling down that many rebounds, that's just kind of crazy. And the thing is that he's not some athletic freak out here doing it. He's 6'6", not the most athletic guy in terms of vertical and ability to jump, but he just is someone who knows how to play basketball, knows how to position himself, and knows how to get into the right spot, I guess, to grab the boards. And like I said, I didn't realize until I looked at the stats that he was able to do that. Now, going back kind of to the offensive side of the ball and what he's able to bring, he's also a really good scorer at kind of all three levels. I wouldn't necessarily say he's able to get to the rim and blow by guys and finish there, but he's someone who has a really kind of crafty handle to him, able to use kind of subtle moves and just kind of get to his spots, especially in that mid-range kind of elbow areas, and just finish there. He's not afraid to post up smaller guards, which you'll see kind of at mid-major level. And he's able to use that 6'6" frame to post them up, get into kind of that mid-post area where he's got a little bit of a one-leg fade that he'll go to, and he's able to knock down at a high clip. And so I really like that about him, is that he's more than just a three-point shooter. He can get to other spots on the floor as well. But I think the thing that really kind of separates him from some of these other guys that are just able to score at the college level is that he can really pass the ball. He's a great passer. He's a crafty passer. He can do it in a variety of ways, whether you can see in some of these clips against Oral Roberts where he's running the pick and roll and able to identify the help coming over and lob it up to Douglas Wilson, or he's able to just work the ball in the half court and get the ball to the right guy and make the right read and just ultimately get to his spot and make a decision whether he's going to pass the ball, shoot the ball, or do whatever. He just kind of gets to his spots. He does it in crafty ways, and I really like that about him. Now, Baylor is not the most athletic guy out there. He's not someone who's going to blow by your guy and go dunk on your center. He doesn't have that type of game, which I think could really hold him back at the NBA level. He's got good size at 6'6", but I could see him kind of struggling to match up with other teams' guards or who he's necessarily going to guard at the NBA level. But like I said, if he's someone who's able to hit the three at a 40% clip and then force guys to close out to him and play off of that, I think he can find himself a role in the league. It'll be interesting to see if he decides to keep his name in the draft or if he pulls his name back out. I don't think there's a ton for him to really accomplish at the mid-major level. Maybe he'll come back to South Dakota State. He could still potentially transfer, I guess, and try to prove himself at a higher level. But I don't see that happening. I think he's either going to stay in the draft or go back to South Dakota State. And it'll be interesting to see what he does. I like watching him. I don't like watching him beat my team, but he's a fun player to watch, and it's good for the league to have a player of his caliber in it. So yeah, those are kind of my thoughts on Baylor Schierman. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys later.